Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Hi, welcome to Student Connections on M6, your hometown station. I'm Brittany Zolkowski, and I'm here with Ann Eisen from the Marysville Rec Department. So, can you tell us a little bit about Friday Frenzy?
Friday Frenzy is a great program we have for elementary school kids. Anyone kindergarten through 5th grade can come. We have it usually once a month on a Friday evening from 5:30 to 7:30. The parents basically drop the kids off. They got 2 hours away from the kids. Our staff takes them through games. We have the climbing wall available. We have the ping pong tables we play with the kids. But we do it's kind of like a big gym class. We do a lot of big group games and stuff for the kids. They kind of get to meet kids from other schools and stuff in the Marysville area. And it's just a great time. It's something that gives elementary kids something to look forward on Friday evenings.
That sounds really fun. What activities occur during the Middle School Mania?
During the Middle School Mania, those have been a huge hit this year with our middle school age group. We do dodgeball games, and then we also have Nerf gun wars. We divide the kids up into teams. It's another drop-in programs. The kids are dropped off from 7:30 to 9:30, and we basically just take the kids through about an hour of Nerf gun wars, and then we wrap that up and we turn it over into the middle school dodgeball games and stuff and play that with the kids until it's time to go home. We have a music playing and stuff with the kids, a DJ there, so it's kind of just a great atmosphere for the kids to hang out on a Friday night under supervision.
Yeah, it kind of gets them like active instead of just sitting around, you know.
Yes, definitely.
When do the tickets for the Daddy-Daughter Dance have to be purchased, and how much are they?
They are $12 per couple. Each additional daughter is $7. Tickets are currently on sale, and we sell them until we're sold out. We sell up to 120 per dance. Currently, our Saturday night dance is almost filled up. The dance takes place on February 21st. It's Friday night, and then the second dance is February 22nd. Both dances run from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And we have an optional dinner on Saturday night because with the hustle and bustle, getting ready for the dance and everything, we offer a dinner beforehand for $4 per person. They get salad, breadsticks, pizza, punch, and everything included in it. And that takes place from 5 to 7, and that's becoming a huge hit with the dads and daughters as well.
This sounds like a really good time for the dad and daughter to like bond and just have a good time and just bring out their little dance moves.
Yes. We surprisingly we get a lot of dads out there having a great time tearing up the dance floor and stuff. It's really cute to see the dads out there dancing so much with their daughters.
That would be kind of a funny sight to see.
Yes.
When you rent the community center, what type of events can you host there?
We've hosted everything from a wedding reception to a funeral luncheon to birthday parties, wedding showers, bridal showers, pretty much any event where you want to get gathering place, family reunions, graduation parties. It's a great place. You got room for 120 people for chairs and seating,
Wow.
plus a dance floor if you want. So it's a great thing. We set everything up ahead of time. People come in, they get a half an hour before their reserved time to do any decorating or anything they want to do. We handle the cleanup afterwards, so basically if you bring in any food or decorations afterwards, you get a half an hour to clean that up. Otherwise, our staff takes care of everything. Keeps the mess out of your home. We got heat and stuff, so it's really a great community center, parking and everything located right in the park. So great venue for people at low cost to reserve that for parties.
That's really convenient. I mean, I know there's been a few times where we've had parties and we're like, oh, but this is just so messy, and you don't want everyone at your house like destroying everything and knocking things down. So I mean, that's really convenient.
Yes, it is. It is. Works out well.
What kind of programs will be offered for the teen volunteer programs, and what are the requirements to be a volunteer?
We accept normally in the springtime, we accept applications for teen volunteers. We have them fill out actual job application, just kind of prepare them for their next step. We take them as young as 12 years old all the way up to 17. Most of our volunteers are between 12 and 15, 16-ish. After they turn in their application, we set up an interview with them because we try to pair teens with things they're interested in doing, either sports or activities that they're interested in doing. So during that interview, we'll ask you what your interests and your hobbies are. If you love playing soccer, then we pair you up with helping our staff, kind of gather the kids and work with the younger age groups during the soccer program. If you're more the outdoorsy, you like to play games and stuff with the kids, we have a playground program, Tot Lot program. We have teen volunteers assist that. And then our teen volunteers, they help us at any special event we have going on. We have 5K runs, we'll have teen volunteers helping out with our daddy-daughter dance. We have our Easter egg hunt, Halloween maze. Our teen volunteer program is a huge part of the recreation program, and the teens do a tremendous job. I mean, they volunteer well over 500 hours each year to our recreation programs. And they just give us an extra set of hands we need at programs, and I can't be grateful enough for the teens that have volunteered for our program. We've had a great group come through, and we're looking forward to having another great group for 2014.
That's really nice. I know it really brings an idea of the work world into a teenager's life. So I mean, it's kind of a good head start.
Yes, it is. It gives them between the application, the interview process, just gives them an idea of what's out there and what they need to do in the future. And that's our goal is, they're helping us up by volunteering hours, and we're in turn helping them out with how to handle job interviews and job applications. So it's kind of a win-win for both of us.
When do you start actually hiring?
We hire for all of our Marysville Recreation Department programs and the golf course and their DPW. We all hire at the same time. We usually do that in April. We kind of sit down between those three departments and decide what weeks we're going to be hiring. As of right now, we have not set a date. But what I tell anyone interested in working for the Recreation Department is if they want to start in March, contacting me. Hopefully by then I'll have a better idea when our actual hiring dates are. We have a very limited 2 weeks that we accept applications, and we'll get well over 100 we've had as many as 150 kids apply, and sometimes we hire as little as 10 kids. So it's a tough position to get hired in. That's why we're very adamant about making sure they get their application in and don't miss that deadline. Otherwise, unfortunately, they're out of luck for the year.
Yeah, and if you do get hired, what are the wages that you would receive?
Most of our positions are still minimum wage, $7.40 an hour. The longer you work for, we have a pay scale you move up on, but most of them, like our supervisors, are making about $7.65. So usually minimum wage, $7.40 is most everybody gets hired in as a new employee.
And when and where does a summer registration take place?
The summer registration will be at the community center again this year for 2014. We have not set a date on that, just due to getting our brochure out and stuff. We want to make sure the parents and the residents have enough time to look through the brochure, see what they have, know what they want to put their kids in, and then we set up a date. We have a volunteer local resident from Marysville, Matt Tovez, that helps us with our registration, so we make sure the date's good for him. He provides us with all the computers and everything we need to do the registration in a computer database instead of the pen and paper method we used to do many years ago, which really backed up the lines for a while. So with our new method we've been using about 3 years now, we kind of coordinate it with him. So as of yet, we have not set a date for the summer registration. It's usually end of May or early June that we do it.
This sounds very interesting, but we'll be back in a few minutes with more.
Being a gold medalist skier requires a lot of hard work, intense training, and time outside on the mountain. But taking care of my skin is easy and doesn't affect my performance. Every day I apply sunscreen and wear protective gear. I know protecting my skin will help prevent skin cancer and avoid wrinkles. I get my skin checked regularly by a dermatologist. 1 in 5 Americans will develop some form of skin cancer in their lifetime. My name is Julia Mancuso, and I'm wearing orange to help put a spotlight on skin cancer.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights. I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Welcome back to Student Connections on M6. So how in the world do you schedule all those summer programs?
Honestly, that's probably one of the most nerve-wracking things ever summer, because the worst thing we want to hear is a parent comes in and says, my child really wants to play this sport, but it's the same time as this sport. So we sit down. I usually sit down with a couple of my supervisors. We lay out all the programs on a dry erase board, and we just sit there and analyze them. Okay, if my kid wants to play this, then they want to play this. Are the times conflicting? Unfortunately, sometimes we do have a couple programs that overlap, but we've been working tremendously hard the last few years to make that available, where if your kid wants to sign up for all the programs for his age group, they can do that. It's very time consuming, but we just try our best. That way, you know, they can, if they want to join all programs, they can. But it takes a lot of time, and we still have a few conflicts, like I said, but that is our goal, is one day to have that figured out. Unfortunately, sometimes there's just not enough time in the day to get them all in, so we do the best we can.
I mean, at least you're not just throwing someone into something that they're just going to be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no, that's the worst thing. You know, we have to increase our fees, you know, to cover staffing costs and supplies for the programs and stuff. We're working on sponsorships to help cover the cost of those programs, but you sometimes still end up in the negative. So over the last few years, we slowly had to increase our fees. I mean, our fees compared to other recreation departments in cities are still tremendously low. But we do that, and it kind of makes parents accountable. My first few years is nothing worse than having a kid come in and they really want to play soccer, but they couldn't because all the spots were taken. So now, you know, we try to accommodate. If there is a program that fills up, we try to add an extra class. And we've been very successful on that, to accommodate everybody if they want to participate in a certain program. Sometimes they don't always get the time they want for like swim lessons level 1. They might have to come at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. But at least we do have another time offering for them. So it takes a lot of sitting down, figuring out things. Do you have the staffing? Do you have the facilities for that long? It is a lot of work, but unfortunately we do get it done. So
Well, that's good. That's relieving.
yes.
So are there teams for the volleyball and basketball?
Our open rec basketball and volleyball program, we do not have teams. It's a drop-in program, so anybody 16 and older can show up. They pay $2 if they live in the school district and $4 if they live outside the school district. And basically, you know, it's just one of those programs. The guys come out there, they shoot free throws to pick teams, and then they play, you know, either 5-10 points, depending on how many people are there. And then winning team stays, next team comes in, you know, so they just kind of revolve all night long. It's just one of those programs, you know, we get enough players normally that there's always enough to play. Our men's basketball drop-in program, unfortunately, is mostly men, but we get a big group showing up each night for that. Our volleyball program, we usually get the most volleyball players come on Thursday nights. But those are two tremendous, great programs that we have for adults to come out and, you know, just if they want to show up and play some basketball or volleyball, they're more than welcome to at the middle school for that.
Well, that's good. At least they get the opportunity to like get active and just get the feel of the game.
Yeah, and you know, we offer it on Wednesday and Thursday nights from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Later in the evening, usually when school functions and sports are done, we get into the gyms. But it's been a great program just to kind of give our adults something to do besides just the youth.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yes.
So what are the details on the middle school dodgeball?
The middle school dodgeball, we kind of developed that program just because right now dodgeball seems to be a big sport moving around. And we get usually 30 kids or 40 kids show up for that. They show up, basically we divide them up into teams. The winning team stays in for up to 2 games. Then after that, we'll rotate a new team in. So everybody gets to play numerous games each night. We usually put 6 people per team. Sometimes, depending on how many kids show up, we might have 8 on a team, and we'll sub kids in and out. And then a lot of it's the honor system with the kids. You know, if they're out, they leave the mat. But that's been another great program. Just trying to break that barrier and give the teenagers, you know, the middle school age group more things to do besides the regular organized sports. It's just kind of fun to hang out with your friends is what we're looking after.
And it's probably an opportunity to meet other kids, right?
Oh, certainly, because we take from 6th to 8th grade, and mostly a lot of Marysville middle school kids show up, but we do welcome kids from St. Clair, and other school districts to show up. They're more than welcome to. They just have to show a school ID to get in for the program, but it's been a huge hit with the kids too.
So it's just an opportunity to have some fun and make some new friends and just have a good time.
Yes, certainly.
All right, so the men's dodgeball team, are they normally big?
We get all ages for that. The minimum age is 16 and older. We've had as young as 16 as I think our oldest one was 62 one year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have all ages. The teams this year are more between the 25 to 45, 50 age group. You'll have, actually, we've gotten in the past a lot of fathers and sons playing. They'll have a young teenage son or early 20-year-old son, and they'll come out and play with them. We have a minimum of 6 guys per team, up to 12 people per roster. Right now, this year in the league, we have 6 teams in the league. They play Wednesday nights at the community center, and they come in. They play 6 games, and each game consists of 5 matches, best of 5 series we play. And it's fast action. I mean, some games will last barely 2 minutes. The guys throw fast, a lot of moving, getting hit, part of it, some don't duck as fast.
Yeah.
But it's been a great program, just another one of those programs we can offer for the adults to get them out and get them some exercise.
That sounds like fun, plus men in dodgeball.
It is. It's sometimes it's frustrating because they don't want to admit they got hit, but what it is, it's a good time.
So can you tell us a little bit about the triathlon swim program?
Yeah, we have actually certified personal trainer, Jackie Mall, that's been teaching that class for us numerous years. It takes place on Monday nights, depending on our pool time. She's usually 6:30, 7 o'clock. We require to be at least 15 years old to be in that class and be able to swim at least one length of the pool without any assistance. It's a good class not only for those athletes who do triathlons, but also just anybody looking to become a better swimmer. We have swim lessons for kids and stuff. This is kind of our class that focuses on adults. If they have a general idea how to swim, she works on improving their strokes so they become a stronger swimmer. So any adult that likes to swim and is looking for a good workout in the pool, she sets out different workouts for different levels. And they just basically come in. She'll kind of analyze your swimming ability the first night. She'll place you into kind of different level groups, and from there she works with your stroke and conditioning. You normally get anywhere from 15 to 25 adults in that class each section.
Oh, wow.
It's been a huge program for us.
That sounds really cool. I mean, if I was someone who can't really swim, I can't really swim that good, but that would be kind of interesting and pretty fun.
Yep, it can be a difficult class. She puts you, she gives you a good workout some nights.
So, what are the pool times for the senior swim program?
We have a senior swim program for anyone 50 and older. That takes place over at RISA, the Woodlands Pool. That's every Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 7:30. Again, that's a drop-in program. Seniors pay $1 each night, or they can buy a season pass. The season pass is normally, like for the winter session, $15. And that gives them, they can go, normally there's 20 to 25 times they can go. So if they're paying $15, they kind of save $5 to $10 on that pass. We have a lifeguard over there, and basically the seniors kind of on their own, they kind of take themselves through some exercise. It's warm, therapeutic water, which a lot of the seniors like on their body. It's 83 to 86 degrees. And they just kind of, sometimes it's more of a social hour for the ladies over there doing it, but they have a great time just going over there, hanging out in the pool and getting some exercise.
This is really great information. We'll be back with more after this.
Welcome to Cook It Safe Challenge, where teams compete to make the right decisions about safe food preparations. Our challenge in this round, read and follow package cooking instructions and use a food thermometer. Let's see how our teams are doing so far. Team 1.
We just got 100 points.
We separated our raw food from our cooked food.
Team 2.
We got a 100-point green card for proper hand washing before our meal prep.
We've reached a critical safety point in the challenge. Okay, Team 1, let's check this out. Uh-oh, not a safe internal temperature for those hamburgers. That puts everyone at high risk for foodborne illness. You get a red card, undercooked. Always read and follow the package cooking instructions and use a food thermometer. Let's see how our winning team cooked it safe and avoided problems.
Well, I just kept focused on the 4 food safety steps: clean, separate, cook, and chill.
And we followed the package cooking instructions and took the temperature.
Can you cook it safe?
You may be eligible for a credit on your electric bill if you experience lengthy or frequent service outages. To request the $25 credit, contact your electricity provider. For more information about the credit and tips for surviving power outages, call the Michigan Public Service Commission at 1-800-292-9555 or visit their website at michigan.gov/MPSC and click on Consumer Information. A public service message from the Michigan Public Service Commission.
Welcome back to Student Connections on M6. So I heard there's a new swim club at the rec department.
Yes, we have. Over the last few years, we have a summer recreation swim team that basically our lifeguards and our swim coaches during the summer for 6 weeks coaches the kids. And that's really been taken off the last few summers. Last summer we had 101 kids on our team, which is more than doubled from 2 years ago. So seeing that there was that kind of a need, we were kind of speaking with parents and getting feedback, and we found there was a big need to have a swim club program year-round in Marysville. So working with some help of volunteer parents and stuff, working with our recreation board and the school district, we were able to start what we call as the Marysville Aquatic Club. The kids swim anywhere from 3 days to 5 days a week right here at the Marysville High School pool. We have a monthly fee of $85 per swimmer. And this fee covers all their swim practice times. They're usually in the pool from an hour to 2 hours per day. Working with coaches. We have 3 great coaches that the kids work with. And it's just kind of filling need. We're looking to, right now we have a swim meet coming up for the kids, our first swim meet. Currently we have about 20-some kids on the team. We're going to, they're very excited for their first swim meet coming up, and then we're going to go through June, and then the kids kind of get some time off, and then they got the option of coming back to our summer rec team, which is a lot of it's just for fun. Our summer team is a lot for fun, and then we're looking to start back up in September with this team. But yeah, it's a new club. We have information for it on our website, and if not, they can contact us right at the Marysville Recreation Department, and we can fill them in on any questions they have. But it's been another new program, just speaking with parents and the public, residents, what they want, and trying to fill those needs the best we can for them.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. So enough about swimming. How about walking? I hear there's a new indoor walking program.
It's not new. We've actually had it around for many, many years. It's just one of those programs that, you get used to having, people kind of forget about. So we've been doing a lot, especially with the winter we've been having this year, to let our residents know that there is an option for them to walk at. The Marysville High School, the school district doesn't make the high school available Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. For walkers, come in. We ask that they just, take off their snow boots and stuff and wear clean shoes through the hallways and not interrupt any school activities that are going on, but they're free to walk at the hallways, upstairs, downstairs, get a little stair work in if they want, and utilize that free service. They don't have to pay anything. It's completely free. They're just welcome to use the building, just another one of the programs. A lot of seniors utilize it. Another one of those programs we offer for seniors, just trying to get them out, doing more. But yeah, it's a great program that we've had around for many years. We're just, again, trying to promote that program again because I think people kind of forgot about it because they're so used to having it.
Well, that sounds like a good experience. I mean, it's really cold out, so those people that like to walk can walk inside.
Yeah, and they seem to have a great time. I've been here with them walking a few times, and they seem to have a great time meeting and saying hi to everyone as they walk the hallway. So it's good for everybody, I think.
Well, what type of techniques do you learn when you do the military martial arts program?
The military martial art program is a brand new program. It was kind of brought to me by one of our Taekwondo martial art instructors, trying to hit that adult market. He's had a lot of people request different classes with self-defense and things, because we've always offered a women's self-defense class, but we never really offered anything for men or anything like that. So he's kind of developed this program. It has to do with fitness too. And then a lot of it is just basically self-defense with it. They're working hand-to-hand stick fighting. They use fake knives, knife fighting, learn how to defend themselves and utilize that stuff. And it just kind of covers a broad range. I personally have not taken the class. I've watched one time. I'm hoping as my schedule frees up, I can get in there and watch more of the classes so that way I can define the class better for people that call. But we got about 13 people in it right now. We just started it this past January. It'll continue to be a session thing. We usually run it for about 6 weeks at a time. But anybody, you don't have to have martial art background to be in it. We have actually a mom, dad, and a son taking it. We have a 60-year-old lady taking it. I mean, we cover anything from dads and daughters, families, to just, gentlemen by themselves that want to be in the class. So it's not just for men, it's not just for women, it's not just for teenagers. It kind of has that whole age group. Like I said, they cover some fitness in it just to help, with the cardio and stuff. And, tell the people, do what you can. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But it's just more of an informational thing for people to work their bodies and stuff through using the gross motor skills.
You also have a Taekwondo program for kids, is that true?
It's for kids and adults, yes. We've had that around for, I think, about 7 years now. We teach anywhere from beginners to black belts. That's been a fantastic program. We have, especially as young as 4 years old, we have a 4 to 6 year old class set up, and then we take 7 to 12-year-old beginners, and then we put anyone 12, 13-ish, we put them up. As a beginner, we put them with our intermediate advanced classes because they have more black belts that can break off and work with the students. But yeah, those classes have been a huge hit over the years. Some classes will have as small as 10 kids is usually our minimum, up to 30 kids. And the kids in those programs can work on earning belts. They participate in tournaments. They can go to nationals. We've had a lot of kids come back from different tournaments with their trophies and medals, proud and stuff. But it's been a great program. The kids in it, and I shouldn't say just kids. Like I said, we have a lot of adults in the program too. Again, our Taekwondo program, a lot of women in it. So as we get up through, I don't know what it is, as you get older, more women, high school, college age and beyond, the women stick with it and the guys don't. But we have a wide variety of men and women, boys and girls in our Taekwondo program. But it's a great program for anyone who's just looking for a program without being part of a team, to come work out at your own pace, learn something new, and then you have the opportunity, if you want to compete and be part of a club, it gives you that aspect too. Great confidence builder for a lot of kids, get them going in that. But it's a good program too. We've had around for many years.
Sounds like a good experience. So has the council set a fee for the pavilions and boat launch?
Yes, we're going to keep the same pavilion fees we've had in the past. It's $25 for residents and $50 for non-residents for the day. We start April 1st for Marysville residents to reserve pavilions, and then May 1st for non-residents. We are asking people, they have to come into the Recreation Department in City Hall to make reservations. They have to bring their driver's license with them just because we take proof of that they're a resident, and we keep a copy of that. In case they lose a permit, we're out there that day, we just ask them for the driver's license to make sure the right person's at the right pavilion. And it's $25 cash or check for residents, and that's been another great, I think, aspect of, so no one has to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and go sit at the pavilion all day just to reserve it. We're going into, I think, our 3rd or 4th year with that. But yeah, those fees have been set for that program, yes.
Okay. So I hear there's a couple new programs going on at Marysville Days.
Yes, Marysville Days, we're working, kind of partnering with the leaders of the Marysville Days to bring some new activities to everyone. The Recreation Department is going to be putting on an adult kickball tournament, so anyone 16 and older can get together a team and basically come out like you do during recess in elementary school and play kickball. We're working on developing that with, that's going to be that Saturday of Marysville Days. And then on Sunday, we're going to be offering a cornhole tournament, also called Beanbag. I'm not sure what other names out there for that, but we're going to be partnering with Marysville Days and doing that under the food beer tent. And having a tournament with that, teams of 2 will be welcomed in that. We're going to have that Sunday afternoon on Marysville Day. So we're just looking forward to adding some different activities for the public for that festival.
That sounds like really a lot of fun. The band concerts are really popular during the summer. Is there a schedule set for that yet?
No, we are currently working with our sponsors to get a schedule set for that. Most of it we have anywhere from country bands to oldie bands come out. Concerts take place every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Usually they play from 7 to 9 o'clock right down at the band shelter in the Marysville City Park. And we would normally have that schedule set by May. We'll get that out in our summer recreation brochure, which is normally available mid-May to the residents. We'll mail that actually to every household in Marysville. And that'll list all of our summer concerts, all of our summer programs, and kind of develop all that information to the public.
Sounds like a lot of great information. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Join us next time on Student Connections.